But many Oahu residents are not waiting until New Year's Eve to light up those fireworks. Our newsroom has received multiple complaints of fireworks going off year-round, especially as the holidays approach. But while it can be scary for all of us to hear fireworks going off out of nowhere, it can also be scary for our pets. Joining me this morning is Dr. Brian Walsh, veterinarian at the Feather and Fur Animal Hospital. Dr. Walsh, how are you doing this morning? Thanks for joining us.
Good, thank you.
And I know we can't always stop these fireworks from going off. What's the best way to prepare our pets for these loud noises?
Yeah, it certainly can be stressful for many of our furry family members. So the things we recommend is keeping them inside, closing all the doors and windows, turning music or the TV up loud to kind of help distract. And then other things that you can do ahead of time is try and exercise them more just to help tire them out. And in the cases where they get really stressed, you can work with your veterinarian to actually get sedatives to help keep them calm during these stressful times.
So, I guess if maybe we didn't turn that TV or that music up really loud and those fireworks go off and our pets are scared, what are some ways we can soothe them after the fact?
Yeah, so just being with them, talking to them, trying to engage them with like toys that they like, treats that they like, to just try and distract them from the chaos that's going on. The other important thing I would recommend is people get their dogs and cats microchipped, because every year dogs run off from the scared noise and get lost, and their odds of getting reunited are much higher if they're microchipped.
Great suggestion right there, Dr. Walsh. For those people who maybe don't have their dogs microchipped right now, do you know of any places they could go and get that done before we really get closer to New Year's?
Most veterinarians and the Humane Society are all microchipping.
Awesome, great. I know a lot of people might be wanting to know about that. And we're also in another time of year right now, and that is the shearwater fallout season. I didn't really know what that is. Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah, sure. So towards the end of November and start of December every year, there's lots of shearwaters, which are a seabird that nest on Oahu. And what happens around this time is they're growing from their fuzzy baby feathers to their flight feathers, and then they're taking off for the first time and flying off to sea. But unfortunately, they get distracted by the city lights, and then they end up going the wrong direction. And then they end up in parking lots, people's backyards, in the middle of the street. And they just they're not really good at taking off. So they're kind of front heavy, so they need a little help. So, so they just end up all over the place. And so people then collect them and bring them to us. We've taken over 480 in the last 3 weeks. Last year we had 600 come in about 3 weeks. So most of them, though, we rehydrate them. We partner with the Hawaii Wildlife Center to care for actually all of Oahu's native and seabirds. And so we rehydrate them, and then we have a person from the Wildlife Center that assesses them and releases them. So 90-something% of them get released the same day. Some of them get sent off to gain a little bit more weight. Some of them get sent off to lose some of their fuzzy feathers. And then some have some medical issues that need to get treated, but most of them get released.
I'm happy to hear you guys have been able to help so many birds. I remember we did a story about one of these birds over on Kauai, but I have just a little more time to ask you one more question, is what can we do to help protect these species?
Yeah, so one is just kind of at night, if you don't need your lights on, if you live by the shore, keeping your lights off. So that will help get them to go out to sea. And then if you find one that's in a dangerous spot where you're not sure, you can talk to the Wildlife Center, and they can tell you whether to pick it up and bring it to us. So you can just wrap it in a towel, put it in a box. You don't have to give it any food or water, and then just drop it off with us, and then we'll take care of it. And then if you're not sure, you're unable, there's also a network of HMAR and volunteers that can also go and pick it up and bring it to us if needed.
Awesome, great. Thank you so much, Dr. Walsh. Great recommendations for our pets dealing with those fireworks this holiday season. And of course, everyone, don't forget to be on the lookout for the shearwaters that may need some of your help. But I hope you have a great rest of your day, Dr. Walsh. Once again, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Take care. Thank you.